Okay, away from that, Mark, very quickly, just as you usually do, take me around the world of golf.
So the Uganda Open came to a draw last weekend where Celestine Sanzwera, the Rwandan golfer, emerged best after finishing the tournament 6 under in Lugazi. So I'd played with Sanzwera Mark in the Pro-Am on Tuesday alongside Dennis Kahindi and Council Milton Ochen. And actually I made the bet that this guy was going to be in the pressure group on Saturday. And actually I won some money because his bags of talent, he's got excellent mentor. He's such a reserved character, Celestine Sanzwera. Just 25 years of age, but quite a brilliant ball striker. And he's been on a wave of form. He went and won the Sunshine Development Tour. In Kigali, he won himself.
I watched that. The highlights of that I watched.
Yeah.
And that's when I saw you being paired along with him and the pictures and all. I was thinking
no, listen, Mark.
The only bet you can win was that of betting on somebody else, but not yourself.
I was in a clinic. I played with this guy. I was in a clinic. Number 2, Lugazi, is a stroke index 2. Mm-hmm. It's a very tough hole because the fairway has got no landing zone. It's a standing fairway. There's a hazard to your left, a forest, and then there's out of bounds on the right. Most golfers will play it safe. It's a par 4. They'll get hybrids. They'll get irons, 4 irons, 5 irons, to try and play safe to find a fairway. This guy played a driver on all 5 days, and he was hitting it straight. To play a driver...
He was finding the fairway.
He was finding the fairway. He was playing it straight. No draw, no fade, straight shots. He was loading that driver, 340, 330, he's 350. He's such a talent. And on the final day, he was in the pressure group.
So he's got length as well, distance.
Oh,
it's not just his putter.
Incredible distance. On the final day, he was in the group with Robson Chinoi. For me, the most talented golfer of all the guys who are in the pressure group. Mzee Wakazi Dismas Ndiza and our own Marvin Chivirige. Yeah. Now, all these guys, they staked genuine claims because Ndiza is the greatest golfer this region has produced. But over 4 days, at 57 years, I think age caught up with him and he just couldn't putt. I felt that some fitness levels came in together with his age. Celestine felt a bit of the heat because he got some very careless back-to-back bogeys on 5 and 6, both par 4s. And I thought Robson Chinoi was going to turn on the screw. But somehow he couldn't. All the guys in the pressure groups, they all struggled. So for me, over the 4 days, I think the Uganda Golf Union has got to be commended. Jackson was the president and the union leadership, because there were many skeptics when the Open was taken to Lugazi. It's out of town. First time the Open is being held there. How are golfers going to make that journey to and fro? And many other questions. But the course was fantastic. There was accommodation which was arranged. I thought Lugazi did a good job of staging the Open over the 4 days, and kudos to Johnny Walker, the sponsors, as well as many other individuals who made this happen. So over the entire week, so you had Catherine Pavey and David Plendaith winning the Seniors Open from the women and men. Then you had the Kenyan, Mercy Nyancheo winning the Ladies Open. Then for the Ugandans and the amateurs, Joseph Shinyai, he had to chase Zambia's Dominic Musonda to emerge as champion. And then finally, Celestine Sanzwera showing why he's arguably the best golfer right now in the region with that victory. He won himself some little monies, 31.6 million shillings, not bad.
It's good money.
And Jeroge Chibugo was the second with 21.6 million. The third chap was Pristi Fon, the Cameroonian, who played. He shot a 66 or 67 on the fourth day, to take home some 14 million. And then our own Marvin, Max Chivirige and Robson, they enjoyed fourth and both took home 8.6 million. So next year's Open will be held at Uganda Golf Club.
Tidy sums, yeah.
Yeah, tidy sums. Next year's Open will be held at Uganda Golf Club. And hopefully Maxwell will be there together with Paul, because they've been telling lies and lies and lies for years on end.
I'll tell you this as we wind out the golf, is that when you recommend Jackson and the Uganda Golf Union for a job well done, yeah, I salute them for also having recognized NCS, National Council Sports. We were awarded.
Yes,
we got a very beautiful sponsors award.
Yeah.
And we're recognized for being partners with Ugandan Golf better now than it used to be.
No, you have. Actually, and as someone who's the spokesperson of the union, Mark, I'll tell you that the union is very, very grateful to NCS because golf is in a better place today than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
The relationship
there's
is
support
better
coming
for
in
us,
from the
as
government
NCS,
when the funds are needed. NCS has been on hand to provide them for the national teams to travel to Mauritius, to Zimbabwe, to Ethiopia, and there's better funding for the game right now. And I think the game has been elevated, not just within the central region, but even in the far-flung parts of the country, in Kilembe, in Mbarara, in Fort Porto, in Tororo, and all the places which have courses in the country.
It's something that the general public and people in the media, as well as in the sports fraternity, sometimes either take for granted or don't realize, is that National Council of Sports actually has really stepped up in its support for the different federations.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
The support for football is well documented. But for all these other federations now, National Council of Sports has stepped up deliberately. And that comes from the fact that all the work that has been put in has meant that the sports budget grows every year.
Yeah.
And National Council of Sports is doing a great job with other federations.